Hello, everyone. I'm Allyson Drake, and I'm the founder and executive director at Full Circle Grief Center. And tonight, our topic of our conversations about grief is supporting the bereaved during the COVID-19 pandemic. So I have a few practical tips for you, or if you are a friend or a family member of someone that has lost a loved one during this time. It does not have to be they've lost a loved one as a result of COVID-19. It's anyone that's grieving during this pandemic and the challenges that they may face. So families who are grieving during this pandemic cannot gather with friends or family to provide each other with support and care. We as a society, we as human beings are meant to connect and have other people witness our grief and be there and support us during our grief. And because of the limitations that are in place because of COVID, funerals and different services, as well as the gatherings at the home that may take place, many of times are prohibited for larger groups. So these families may feel isolated or alone, which may intensify their painful feelings of grief. So as friends and loved ones of these grieving families, we're often left to feel helpless or uncertain how to help them or how to support them. So tonight I want to just share with you a few ideas of ways to support grieving families during this time when we cannot be present, when we cannot show up and sit and be with them and mourn with them. What are some other ways that we can do that and practice physical distancing or isolation, self-isolation during this time of the pandemic? So again, just a few practical ideas for you. Getting in touch with the family that's grieving, reach out to them, talk to them through FaceTime, through Zoom, through text, phone, emails, and just let them know you're thinking of them and do it often. Don't do it once and say, okay, I did it. I reached out. I let them know I was thinking about them, especially in the early months of the times that they're grieving. And as long as this isolation period continues, reach out to them once a week throughout the coming months. Send them a note. Send them a handwritten note, a letter, a card, a text, an email, leave a note on their front porch, whatever it may be, to let them know that you're thinking of them often. When you are talking to somebody, whether it's on the phone or through video chat, just listen, validate what they're sharing with you. During isolation, it helps people to feel heard, to feel understood, to feel affirmed. Quite frankly, it helps, even if you're not in isolation and you're grieving, to make sure that you feel heard and understood and affirmed. But that's the best that we can do for a family or a friend who is grieving, is just to listen and to be there with them. Another practical idea is sending an electronic gift certificate for a restaurant that delivers, or for a necessary chore that they have to keep up with, such as a lawn care service for, a one-time certificate to cut their grass. Something that, some people aren't open to accepting home prepared meals, like we often do when somebody is grieving or someone that has died. We take a meal to their family, and oftentimes people aren't feeling comfortable doing that right now. So send them a gift certificate for a restaurant that will deliver and make it really easy for them. Another thing we can do for them, instead of saying something to them like, let me know if you need anything. Unfortunately, many times people don't know what they need or don't feel comfortable reaching out and saying, this is what I need. So the best gift that we can really give a grieving family or a grieving friend is to be really specific about what you're offering to help them with. Instead of saying, let me know if you need anything, contact me if you need anything, say, I would like to do this for you. When would you like me to do that? So offer to purchase necessary items for them, especially household supplies that may be hard to find right now, such as masks or cleaning supplies or toilet paper or paper towels or hand soap or sanitizer, things that they don't have time, they don't have that energy to search online, they don't have that energy to go place to place to try to find these things, and these are things that most of us need at this time. So offering to purchase supplies for them. Hey, I'm going to do my grocery trip on Monday. Please, can you send me your list? And I'm happy to pick up those items for you. Or I'm going to go ahead and put a basket together for them that has masks and cleaning supplies and, paper products and hand soaps in there. So just thinking outside the box a little bit, being really specific about what you're offering to do or what you choose to do and leave for them. Another thing to support grieving families, a lot of when you have a service or you have that visitation time or you have moments where people can come and for receptions in your house or whatever that may be, is people are sharing memories, people are sharing stories, and we're unable to do that like we usually do during times of isolation. These are things that we can't do, or when you're not allowed to gather. So organize friends, organize family members to write letters to the family, compile them in a scrapbook, compile them in books of letters. This is a really nice thing to do, especially for a child when they've had someone really important to them, a parent, a sibling, a grandparent die. Being able to put some sort of memory book like that together for that child to have and read and reference throughout their life. Order things that can be sent directly to the family to let them know that you're thinking of them. So suggestions, maybe books, maybe games or activity books or stuffed animals for the kids, something comforting like a candle, or other pampering items like bubble bath or lotions or nice pajamas or warm fuzzy blankets may really be appreciated at this time. And it's, you're adhering to the rules of social distancing by mailing them to them or leaving them on their front porch. And oftentimes people, they like to send flowers because it's that cheery feeling, or plants or a bush or something like that they can plant. Another idea are sending photos. Again, when you're not able to gather, when you're not able to have a memorial service, you miss that memory sharing. And so a way that you could really support that family with this is to send them photos via mail or email that they may not have, or with the family's permission, take the lead on creating a memorial online, which we have a memorial page on Full Circle, an online memorial page that you can create pictures and people can put information on there. A lot of funeral homes have these as well, or collect those pictures from others and put a slideshow together of the deceased. Something that can let them know that you're thinking of them and you are wanting to honor and remember that loved one. So one final thought after a few suggestions is a quote that I really love, and it says, when your fear becomes someone's pain, when your fear touches someone's pain, it becomes pity. But when your love touches someone's pain, it becomes compassion. And this is a time where we really need to choose compassion as friends and family members of people who are grieving, because many times they're feeling so alone and so isolated right now as they're grieving in this time of this pandemic. So the best thing that we can do is try to find some creative ways to let them know we're thinking of them and we're honoring their loved one's memory. So thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. If you have any questions or any additional thoughts that you would like to share, again, I'm Allyson Drake, and my email is Allyson, ALLYSON, @fullcirclegc.org. Thank you so much.